Welcome
Hello.
to another episode of the Nice Niche Snobs.
How's it going, everybody?
It's going pretty good. How you doing?
Doing well. I'm getting some color. I'm comparing. I didn't think I was getting tan, but
You are.
comparatively speaking,
Yes, you are. See, look at guy who gets no sun compared to guy who gets sun.
That's right.
That's right,
Safely
see?
though, always use sunscreen when applicable, and moisturize daily. Stay young. Stay. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yes.
Just
Glass,
take care of yourself.
clean glass skin. Yes, all that stuff. Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to look like the
Oh,
human
porcelain.
version of pleather.
Why not?
True.
That's what the kids. All the kids want to look like now. They want to look like a leather doll.
No. Anyway, it's good to be back,
Yeah.
as they say.
It
How
is
are
sure.
y'all doing?
I'm doing great. What about you, Saga?
Lovely.
What about you, Mr. Saga? I
The
should say.
Mr.
Yeah.
Saga.
Like the Mr.
Yep.
Saga.
Yep. Lovely. Just happy to
Vibing.
kind of talk about the topic. Think it's going to be an interesting one. So, a lot of ups and downs thus far in halfway point. So,
So remind me again, what's the topic? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
yeah.
All the
This
fragrances
should be
you
a fun one.
that you forgot about.
Yes. We're actually running back the World Cup one, so we'll
Yeah,
need you to handle that.
I forgot to grab it.
All right,
That one back there is going to be on the
Yeah,
list.
I'm going to bring up first comment here is of course Joel
There you go.
making his
I forgot to-
triumphant return
that.
as number one. We're in Arabian Rude. I mean, this guy,
Sultani.
this Sultani here. Look at a dent on that thing.
Yeah. That bottle I got too is kind of buns. The atomizer sucks.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, you get another one like you did for the Daiwan, and you'll be all right. Which I need to do, pack up and send out to you.
You're good. I kind of forgot about it.
But it's a good one, man. And you know what? On a side note about these two, little sneak peek. These two together,
Who would have thunk it?
very popular. Very popular, let's just say.
Yeah, Sultani and Rock are really good together.
Yeah.
I think I discovered that by accident on stream a few weeks ago, right? It was like, oh, okay.
It wasn't the same face that you gave when you smelled that other thing, when you blew out your nose and that when you
No, it was an O and a ooh. I like that, not a ugh.
that one here.
Now I
Yeah.
need to try some rock layering then with some more musky kind of stuff.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Tigar in that might be really good too.
Man,
I bought a bottle of Immensity a week and a half ago, and the guy still hasn't shipped it. But I know that he's legit because I bought Pacific Chill off of him for Rana's wedding set.
Pacific Chill guy.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, but he's
The local guy.
listen. I don't know if I didn't know and meet the guy in person for 2 in-person purchases twice. I would think he's definitely scamming the shit out of me because it's like, hey man, whatever, all these circumstances I'm not going to air out, and then like his engine blows up on his car, and I'm like, oh my god, like, dude, how far do you live away from the post office? Because
Yeah,
like apparently he was driving to the post office, and the
Engine
place
blew
he
out.
got his oil changed, they didn't tighten the oil filter, so it drained all the oil out, and engines don't like to run well or long without oil, so it locked up.
It's true.
And I was like, how far do you live from a post office? Like, I could just buy you an Uber at this point. Like, dude, I just want the bottle. Like, come on.
Let me just drive to your house. Come on. Let me.
But when
we're not that far away.
I had mentioned that, obviously, because people often compare Immensity to the Tigar and Vibrato DNA, which I think it's similar, but I think that they are different enough that
you could own both.
you could own, you
Yeah.
could own both, and they're not necessarily redundant.
Whereas, like, see, Tigar has that same type of opening where it's very bright ginger, citrus, but Immensity is very much more ginger and citrus, and it just kind of hangs there for almost the entire fragrance.
I think that LV has a very like signature muskiness about it. That's kind of a through line in
Most of their fragrances.
Meteor, Imagination,
Yeah.
Symphony, Lamensite, obviously.
Yeah.
Afternoon
It's all done
Swim,
by the
even
same
to a
studio,
degree.
so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, I hope that I get that. I'm sure I will. I'm just impatient because that is something I plan to wear a lot because that's like the one LV that I actually really like. Actually, the one that I sprayed, yeah, okay, Imagination, overrated. Tangent, real quick, 30 seconds. Tangent, Hawas Cobra, really close to Imagination. Haven't worn a whole lot of Hawas Cobra because it's been, I don't know, it's been rubbing me the wrong way. And I was like, maybe I just need to, go back to the OG and see, maybe I'm missing something, as I see often of, hey, your nose changes, your taste changes. Sprayed it. No, it's ass. However, I sprayed Afternoon Swim, and that is a fantastic fragrance. The opening on that, people talk about that a lot, but like really that one, it swings. I mean, it packs a punch. Obviously, performance, whatever, your mileage is going to vary, but that stuff smells great. Yeah. And if you haven't smelled Afternoon Swim, go spray that. Yeah. Forget all the Imagination tea, clean.
Afternoon Swim really reminded me more
clean girlies.
Afternoon Swim really reminded me more of like a Aqua de Parma, Blue Mediterranean type fragrance. As the opening of like that citrus, that realistic kind of citrus accord that it has. But yeah, I just kind of like already had the Aqua de Parmas. I'm like, I don't really feel like I need this.
Here's the thing: it's to me, it's not worth the price. So like you're talking about it in the circumstance that isn't very. It's not very likely, but if you happen to find a bottle for a really good price, i.e., like $150, then yeah, jump on that shit. Anyway, let's get into it.
Yeah, I think it's funny that you brought up Lamensite though, because I wore Aqua de Dora yesterday, which is also a grapefruit, Ambroxan ginger thing. And I was going.
Try that one.
I'll send you some. I thought I did the last time.
Yeah,
the bottle hadn't got in. Is what it was.
I haven't tried it.
Okay.
I've only tried Crop Quail or whatever.
Crop Quail. There's a few different ones that I want to look at there. The house has a couple more that just came out recently, but I was going through because I've been writing a script because I've had my YouTube channel for a year now.
Congrats.
And the first video, thank you. The first video that I ever produced was actually a short of me talking about Aqua de Dora as my scent of the day. And I 4 or 5 months ago, a guy commented and it just said, no, nothing related to the Tigar DNA. Like that's what the comment says. And I just always love people that are so damn sure of things.
Dunning-Kruger.
Yeah, and they're and then I looked at that, laughed, didn't bother responding because if it was something where it's like I don't really get Tiger out of this at all, I'd be like, hey, that's interesting.
Yeah,
like I'll engage with that. But if it's someone who's just saying that because
definitive,
it's so
it's a statement.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah,
there's no room for interpretation or discussion. This is the way it is.
It's like
I get a lot of stupid comments like that on my channel, and I just laugh at them. I mean, I've thought about making funny shorts about them, but I ultimately haven't.
It's an overt tribalism that happens in any type of like hobby in general, where people have to be damn sure about everything, and something that is so subjective. It's hilarious to me, but then someone I hadn't checked, and I went to look back to see that it was a year on, and I saw that someone had actually replied to his comment, and it didn't like ping a notification or anything, and this person just said, so everyone's lying, 3 question marks, and it's like I don't know who everyone is, but so I responded to that comment, and I was like, listen. It's a grapefruit ginger ambroxan fragrance. All of them are going to have a similar smell because they feature those 3 notes very prominently, and they're 3 very distinctive notes. You can very much pick up on them. I'm like, sample them, figure out if you like it. I have tried a number of them, and I liked Aqua de Dora the most out of the ones I tried. That's why I went with it. So, But yeah,
there's even a new Hawas flanker that's supposedly of that DNA, which I'd be curious to try that. I think ultimately I'm probably going to get vibrato. However, I am curious by the Goldfield and Banks Ingenious Ginger. Yeah.
That one, it has that opening, but that one's definitely more vanillic. With having Aqua Dodora, I was like, I could see myself still buying Ingenious Ginger because I think that one actually is the most of that kind of movement away from
because it really comes down to that. It comes down to the muskiness.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if you layered it.
Yeah, imagine.
But also at the same time, I have a grapefruit ginger and Broxton fragrance. I'm not going to buy another one, even if it is different. That's that kind of thing where, for me right now, where if I want to wear
mango oud rose, okay.
Yeah.
Listen, the argument. I understand. I understand where you're coming from. There's exceptions to the rule.
This is wildly different than the other one that I wore last week. Wildly different. Wildly different. Okay. But yes, you're not
I'm
wrong.
not saying there's a double standard. I'm just saying there's exceptions.
There is a double standard. I like that kind of fragrance well enough that I that I own it. I don't need a different one.
It's kind of like the Terre de Mez DNA,
So yeah, I literally. Right. Well, for you it's different. For me, it's I have Terre de Mez. I have the one.
Yeah, you got the one. I've got three.
And I like wearing the original. It's nice.
Yeah, I like wearing the original too, but I kind of like all the other ones.
Yeah,
Sola Blue and
Classo.
Yeah.
I don't. That could be a whole.
You don't get
conversation.
It?
I don't get the Coos.
I do
tie-in at all.
But you've never spelled the original EDT.
That's incorrect.
No, you have.
Let's keep moving forward. Keep moving forward.
Okay, all right.
It'll come back. It'll come back.
All right. Oh, I see. This is gonna be on the list.
All right, sense of the day. Hit
sense of the day. Well, here's Brian's sense of the day.
Nice.
That's the soap one, right?
The soap one, yes. Very soapy.
I'm curious to smell that.
That's some people dub it like the imagination killer.
Yeah, I haven't heard anyone else talk about it besides Justin like years ago, and it was like, hey, this is fancy Turkish bar soap, and I was like, I don't know if I would hate that or maybe really like it, and one of those things where like you don't know unless you try it. Like to me. Yeah. The closest thing that I would relate that to right now that I've smelled that I relate to that sort of profile is mint rose, and I really like that. But like Les Deux Aubin, probably butchered that pronunciation, but the what is it? I forget the brand, the Hellenist or whatever. Les Deux Aubin, like the bathtub one. Yeah, that one could be really good. Could be shit, but that soapy fragrance thing kind of has a space that's missing in my collection, I gotta say. Not that it needs to be filled, it's just it's a void that exists.
And then it's scent of the night is Chapard Amber Malaki. I've never tried
I haven't smelled that.
Yeah.
Oud and what's the other one? Cedar Malaki?
Cedar, yeah.
I tried both of those.
I had cedar for a little bit.
Rose, yeah.
Down. Oh, this is
clear. Yeah.
Hey, Saga. Hey.
The clear answer for a soapy fragrance is Exit the King.
That's true.
There you go. Speaking of Exit the King,
I should. There you go. I should revisit that decant.
My bottle is. I'm down to
a third. That. It's crazy. Ofen leaked shared a son of the day that I not only am familiar with, I've tried.
It's amazing.
Very refreshing, I bet.
It is a very good green lemon verbena sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Citrusy.
Very, very bright and citrusy off the opening, for sure.
That's Ofen leaked. That's his niche, right? Is the fresh green, stemmy, floral sort of smelling perfumes, right?
Yeah. Scrolling down here, and then I think we've Anybody else? Mike, check. Oh, there he is. There's Mitch.
What's up,
down
Mitch?
there. What's going on?
You already know what time it is.
Big Jim. What's up, Jim?
That's right. Listen, I've been putting moisturizer on this thing daily.
Yeah, see?
I kind of like the shiny look. We'll see.
After you shave, yeah, you definitely have the shiny look. Oh, what's up, Solo?
What's up, Solo?
Solo's in the house. So, we're pretty much at the end. And, Brian talking about his scent of the day. The king, yep, he gets a little more oolong, cha, eucalyptus.
I just wore that the other day.
I'd be
I
interested in trying
wore Argos Pour Homme and Oolong Cha layered.
That sounds pretty good.
Pretty nice.
Yeah. Speaking
Funny
of
enough, the Argos, it stuck around. I was kind of shocked because Oolong Cha is no slouch, but the Argos prevailed. And it was the dominant player.
Yeah. The juniper sticks around, let me tell you. So what was your scent of the day?
This is for me?
Yeah.
You looking at me? I can't see if you're looking down or across. So today, it's funny, 2 streams in a row, I think I'm wearing a basic bitch sort of scent of the day fragrance. But, I do really like this one, and I haven't worn it as my scent of the day to the office in years. And it's perfectly appropriate for that. You will all be familiar with it. It is affordable. It is good quality. It is likable by many, and it stays around, hangs around. People dub it as a jib fragrance. You got any ideas where I'm going here?
Oh yes,
Missoni Wave.
Wave.
Yeah, kind of your people liken it to Versace Pour Homme, Chanel Allure Homme Sport, and its flankers. This one is vanillic, I will say, as it dries, which I didn't remember getting a whole lot, but as I wore it today, it was like, I definitely detect the vanilla backbone in that, and it's not overt, but it makes it a little bit sweeter. But yeah, I mean, I think I did 8 sprays of this.
They were smelling you.
Yeah. I walked by somebody, he's like, "Oh, you got good cologne on today, bro." And I'm like, "All right, thanks, man."
I have to try that again because I had a bottle and I used about half of it. Right? My dent was a little bit more than that.
I have a funny story with this one too, of like when I wrecked my Civic and I had to drive it, 1,100 miles to Ohio.
Story.
Yeah, with no air conditioning and Labor Day. Memorial Day. So still hot as fuck. No air conditioning, sleeping in the car, and I was literally applying this to stay cool. So the trip up and back, I was dousing myself with this bottle. And when I smell it, I remember that trip, and it's like it's a love-hate thing. It was like, well, God, that sucked. But, it's a funny story after the fact. But yeah, that's what I wore today. I mean, there's not too much to say. I think if you can still find it, I thought I'd heard grumblings of this maybe being discontinued, but I got this bottle on Amazon 2.5 years ago, at least, less than $50 for sure. Yeah. And I think it's worth every penny of that. If you just want something that is a classic, like sporty sort of profile that is easy to understand. I mean, it's nothing. I don't think it's one for the history books as far as, it being super influential in my life, but obviously there's a lot of following to stuff that smells like this. So yeah, it's just it's a good profile. It works. That's kind of the thing. This is a utility one more than a storytelling sort of thing, obviously, but that's what I wore.
Well, what about you, Mr. Saga?
I wore one that I have really enjoyed. Eden Falls from M. Mikalev. Bunch of people seem to really liken this to Greedy Ore. Never smelled it. But this to me is a super kind of watery neroli fragrance with a good hefty bit of muskiness. And I think it's like tangerine is what the citrus is. Couldn't tell you specifically. It's just kind of a nice citrusy, musky fragrance that's got kind of some more mossy elements to it. I really like this one. It's not anything like super challenging or groundbreaking, but again, good kind of summer scent. That's a bit different than other things that I kind of have in my collection, and I think it's kind of that the mossy sort of nature to it. But yeah,
that note breakdown looks a lot like Reflection Man.
yeah, sans kind of like Orris and things like that, but
Yeah.
it definitely leans more into that neroli. Like there's an aquatic nuance to this without it being like a ocean aquatic. Like Eden Falls, I think is a good way of describing it. It feels like you could be under a waterfall. So, yeah, this is what I wore after showering, doing yard work. As I said before, I was wearing Mephisto for my yard work because I think you should wear your fragrances. So I sprayed on like 10 sprays of Mephisto, put on my overalls, and did my yard work in 90-degree heat. So
there you go. Well,
You were-
Mephisto's a good one for that.
Yeah.
it is a really great one for that. That is one that I, again, shout out to John C. Got a great price from him on that. So
I still haven't smelled that version. I've smelled Mephisto Gentle Uomo, and I really like that. That was in my original decant haul, 3 years ago when I first started dabbling into this crazy hobby that we, addiction that we share, whatever you want to call it.
yeah. I usually don't say this for fresh fragrances, but I really like the dry down of Mephisto. The dry down is very pretty. The floral nature to that dry down. I think that like the iris is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that respect on the in Mephisto, but it's very pretty.
Mephisto's the fragrance
The
that
Silver Mountain Water.
Silver Mountain Water
Yeah.
wish it was.
Yes. Yes. It's definitely not as it definitely has that like feeling to it, which I'm interested to know what note specifically kind of does that. Because it is so distinctly like that Silver Mountain Water thing, but not as metallic and not as sharp. It's definitely way more rounded.
Yeah.
So
what's the ingredient that's in it that's a similar ingredient that makes it smell the same way? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be interesting to find out. We got to get a Ofenlick on the show here, and he can just pontificate about it.
You would be the guy to know.
My scent of the day, which is a great segue to the whole topic of today, is mint rose. And yes, you do get that like almost like rose soap from it, but there's something so extremely calming about this fragrance as well.
It's therapeutic for sure is the word.
And I was out cleaning the gutters, and I sprayed some on, and I'm just cleaning the gutters, and nothing's wrong today, even though it's like 98 degrees out already, and
that's it.
Like, this stuff is quite the beauty for this heat, more than I thought it was going to be. I'm
scared to wear that in the heat to work is the problem. Because I know it's going to absolutely boom, and it already booms.
It already booms. Yeah. And it's such a dense, thick fragrance for especially where you work.
Enveloping for sure.
It might not go down as something people want to smell.
Therein lies the problem.
Yeah.
People need to get their noses checked. Go to a ear, nose, throat doctor.
That's right. But this is also I'll share this here. We go here. This is what it is. Let's see. Like I said, it's I don't get as much of this green as it says for me. It's a little less this, but it's really a great fresh soapy fragrance for
I
sure.
think fresh spicy would be the top one for
Yeah.
me, like the mintiness of that.
Yeah, and I guess the spearmint is really doing a heavy lifting of that kind of like the green aspect to it as well, but also adding into that freshness. So, but yeah, what a great fragrance this is, and one of the. This is actually kind of the not fitting the topic because I actually smelled this last year.
Oh God, semantics.
But I did buy this.
I smelled this last year in the third week of December or whatever.
Yes, it was. It
second
was
week. First
It was only 2
week
more
and a
weeks
half.
left
Yeah.
in December left.
Yeah.
I feel like if
The
you
50th week of the year. Come on, let's
because
do it.
you've purchased, is that the second full bottle from the house?
That's it. Yes.
I feel like that is enough for you to highlight as a up of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I can't wait to smell those ones.
So, can I talk about my scent of the evening?
Sure.
Well, first, let me share this.
Okay. Hold on. Wait. There you go.
This is a new acquisition that I'm very much loving, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, it's Omega Seamaster clone.
That was your watch minute.
Yeah, so it's all titanium. Yeah, we don't have to get into all that. It's very nice watch, and I'm very much enjoying it. But my scent of the evening.
Oh no, okay, I see. There it is.
The Dome spray, Selfish spray. Shout out to Mo. He did a really good video today, by the way. Go check that out. Anyway, yeah, I smelled this last week in the store, and I can't say that it was the first time, but it was probably the first time that I'd smelled this version of it. I've smelled Eau de Vray and maybe the Parfum before, but I sprayed this when I was at the mall last week, and I was just like, oh, my bottle of Basso isn't even it's not a San Martin, by the way. It's a watch dive, so we can talk about that later. My bottle of Basso doesn't even spray anymore unless I like turn it like this and shake it and then spray it, and even then it barely sprays. So it's about time for that one to die its death. But instead of spending, I don't know what they go for now, something way more than I would like to pay, I instituted a little bit of help from Brian Johnson, and he helped me find what I thought was, and what he thought was the best price on the internet of Terre d'Hermes Eau de Toilette. And I'm not going to say the name of the place selfishly because I want to go back for more for the Parfum, but this was like $46 for a 100 ml tester. So yeah, I got that and another one.
That's quite similar to what I paid for mine at that.
But I will say, not to have this turn into a Basso versus Terre d'Hermes sort of thing. I think there's merit to both. Obviously, this being the it paved the way for all of that. There's lots of stories like that. You can make the same argument for a Solar Blue and that sort of thing. Without this, those wouldn't exist, at least not in their current form. There are differences, obviously. I'm curious to smell the Parfum because I think the Parfum would be more akin to Basso because it is definitely a bit more dense. I think the thing that I enjoy about this, but is definitely different, and by the way, this is on the entry to one of the best things I've smelled this year, even though it's blasphemous that this is 20 years old and it's the first time smelling it. Anywho, the rindiness of this, I mean, this is let's initiate the help of Offenlicht here. It's mostly Isui Super, right? Isn't that what this one whole shtick is about? This Isui Super and citron or grapefruit or something. People say vetiver. I get it, but not really. The rindiness of it and kind of the people say dirty orange. I get what they mean, but to me, it's different. To me, it's like the kind of astringent citrus with like the cedar wood is what I really like about this. And it's mostly the woodiness of it, like the dry down. Like the opening is really nice. I see the through line to Eau Givre. I didn't love that one when I first smelled it. Something about that astringency, funny enough. But as this dries, it gets better as it dries to me. And I think it's just that base. And this is the through line with Basso is the base of this fragrance. So it makes sense when I talk about it like that.
I think it's the note personally that I really enjoy with it because it does a really good job of basically introducing a metallic, smoky nuance to it that is like a cold smoke note. Like
I think of shale rock.
Yes, it's definitely. I think that's that one when people talk about the dirty aspect to it or something like that. It's the Flint note that is explicitly that comes to mind where it's like. Yeah, if you start a fire with Flint, it's going to smell different than if you light a match or something to that effect.
It smells like alcohol.
Yeah.
There's enough of that. Yeah.
Use your air. But yeah, that's my first entry. Which I'm glad to have this in my collection because I think value proposition wise, plus what it does, what it did for the industry, I think it's worthwhile owning. I don't think that it's one to kind of skip over because there's a better, niche interpretation of it per se. So I think I may go down the road to pick up the Parfum at some time in the future. I don't necessarily have FOMO, but it is like $50. So I kind of want to scoop it up.
And you can get a smaller bottle of it. But the thing about the Parfum for me was it takes away that kind of flinty, dirty orange type of smell that makes this so unique. In the rest of the things that tried to do something similar to this took that out. So that's what leaves this as being itself. The reason why I kind of correlate this to Koosh right over here is the fact that
whoops, sorry, Moke.
Is the fact they have similar kind of profile of a citrusy. It has that bit of dirty earthiness kind of to it, but it has a more smoky, almost incensey kind of aspect to it.
Yeah.
That this does that Terre de Mes doesn't. So it's almost slightly leathery kind of. I get more like if Seraphim Musk. When I go back to Musk, I smell Musk in this. When
I smell Koos right now, I think of Interlude, and that sounds fucking crazy coming out of my mouth right now. But when I sprayed that, I get like Diet Interlude. Okay. Try it. I know. Listen, it sounded as crazy in my head as it did when I said it, but try it.
I don't have it. I do have a fragrance that is one of my ups that kind of gives me a bit of a vibe of like a Diet Interlude, but that's why I like it. But
yeah,
my question
Interlude
is,
0.
How many of y'all have either of y'all tried the Terre de Mes Eau Intense Vetiver?
I have not. I'm interested too, though, because people are dubbing it as the challenging one.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to if that one is like how that one, the Parfum, kind of correlate with one another. I will say that I did try the one that came out Intense, the one that has like the coffee and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I tried that. It wasn't.
I didn't like it that much.
It was okay, but I don't think I was like thinking that I wanted to get it myself. For sure.
It was I like the idea of it because I think because I was Christine Nagel. I think that what she was trying to do there was kind of like reimagine a modern Terre de Mes, but like utilizing different ways of getting that sort of signature flinty kind of stone aspect. But it was okay.
Diet Interlude Black Iris.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. I guess I need to have a small. Actually, I think I do have a thing of Interlude Man around here somewhere. You know I do.
Yeah.
A little too crowded though. I can't get over to it. So
Anyway, Ofen, watch dives, titanium watch dives. This the Omega one, not that this is, I'm not trying to pretend this is an Omega. Obviously it's not. I'm not trying to give that image. I just really like this watch. However, the actual watch on a mesh bracelet just like this. Also titanium case, like just like this. This is sans gold, so okay, material difference there. Is $15,000. Okay, this was $187 shipped to my door with the little Trump tariff. So winning, and I really like it. Watch ran over.
I'm gonna keep a stopwatch at the ready for when watch time comes and bring it up on the screen.
Don't worry, you're safe today.
Yeah,
I do have one more funny thing. I'll sprinkle in at the end.
Okay.
The precursor is I went to the Omega boutique at my fancy mall
and saw it was 15 grand. Yeah, no, I mean,
no.
And someone complimented you on your Omega knockoff.
No, thankfully I was not wearing an Omega, but I was wearing my Submariner, clone. And the guy was definitely trying to like peek at my wrist when I just kept like turning it, like trying to like hide it. Yeah,
that's funny.
He's like you don't want no, you don't see it. You don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, I did see a very well. They're all beautiful. I think actually I like Omegas. I don't know, Rolex and Omega as far as like classic designs and stuff for me.
Take Omega every day. You can actually buy an Omega. You could go into a boutique and buy it, and they're not going to fake scarcity.
There is a lot of that would sway you that way. That's entirely distracting, but very funny.
I wish it was a watch face tracking.
But let's be real. Okay, Speedmaster, Aquaterra, the original Seamaster, the 300M, right? That's what this is, the Seamaster Professional.
The thing is, for me though, my dream watch is the JLC Reverso.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh my! You should look it up. Look up JLC Reverso. It's funny that someone of my size, that's my favorite watch of all time, because it's like I look like someone who should be wearing a desk dive. But I don't like desk divers really.
And I really like dive watches. I own a few.
Yeah, I like field and dress watches more. But okay, was that technically one of your positives of the mid-year?
Yes, that was. That was my first addition to the list.
Okay,
that's why I incorporated.
Neil,
that
did you want to do yours? Did you, or was technically your scent of the day was one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my scent
okay.
of the day was,
I'll go. And please, in the chat, what has been, you can either say kind of like ups and downs is the way that I've looked at it, and it doesn't have to just be pickups like mine. I'm going to kind of, for brevity's sake, say what has been generally like really positive ups for me in regards to some acquisitions. And mine has been American niche houses. Small batch American niche as well. So you got Zernell Gillies Rock wore this weekend. If you haven't seen the video of Neil and I basically offering a critique, a bit of a deep dive, talking about these particular rock and kind of what we get from it, and the idea of music and scent kind of intermingling. Super cool. Really have enjoyed this one substantially. And then this one will be part of another review called it's Cirrus Parfums, and this is Union Street Crash. And I will say definitively, the first time I sprayed this on, because I'm going to film a video where I do a discovery set, and this is one that they're discontinuing. And I read the notes and I was like, I think I would enjoy that and pick something up. I had that moment that I had the first time I ever tried Interlude, where I kind of went, oh, I get niche perfumery now. So that's been a super cool kind of experience. This fragrance is, to me, it has some qualities to like Diet Interlude, but this one does such a beautiful job of explaining and kind of going through the idea of you find yourself at the end of the evening stumbling into a bar in Brooklyn, not knowing what it's going to be like in there, and you get in there and it's designed basically after the library that we all want, where it's leather-bound books, oak, mahogany, there's a bunch of leather chairs, smoke maybe kind of filling the air, and it's really beautifully done. It's a smoky, they talk about this idea of like lime being in the opening, and I think it's lime, like a spritz of lime on a cocktail. That's what this is. Yeah, very leathery wood, smoky, not overtly boozy, but a good bit of sweetness there. So, and then I also smelled, I cheated a little bit and smelled one of the ones from the Discovery set. That's a vanilla fragrance that's modeled after Dia de los Muertos. And that one's going to be a problem when it hits fall. It's going to be a problem because that smelled
like Austin.
Yeah, real good.
Found your Halloween scent.
Yeah, and everything else scent. Like I don't really intend on packing any fragrances for November for Scent Explore.
But wear that.
But maybe that one might be something where like I wear on the plane kind of thing. Like it's yeah, this is a brand, San Antonio. This bottle, it's a 30 ml. It is being discontinued, so it was on discount. It was like $60, 68, $70. Yeah,
That's not bad.
Yeah. So they and it's one person kind of setup, it seems. Cool storytelling. They're all the fragrances are based off of experiences they've had. So I'm really interested in jumping into that, and also like the Brooks scent stuff that I sampled, and the Void stuff that I've sampled. Again, like American indie niche. There's so many different things. Like I definitely have been wanting to do that this year more and more and more. Initially, I was like, oh, iris and leather fragrances, and then I went, why not just like continue to expand? And granted, I have like this is very much a leather fragrance, but yeah, I've got some other ones lined up. I definitely want to get into House of Mammoth. I kind of want to mess around with some Pineward ones too.
I saw it a couple times that they were in like FM. Someone was selling like a discovery kit, and by the time I got to it, though, it was already sold out. So I was just
yeah. There's because I'm really I know that the brand is more than just that, but like I have always loved Alaska, and if I can get a scent that reminds me of Alaska, like pine, Arctic kind of chill, like I get that a bit from like
Hinoki Meditation,
maybe. I mean, yeah, I want pine, explicitly pine. It has a very, it has that very distinct kind of smell, that Pacific Northwest kind of thing. So I'm interested in finding something that kind of reminds me of that. There's a few brands that I think are kind of offering those types of things. So I need to check it out. But yeah.
I know Austin.
I was smiling, and it wasn't at the Oreo Lab. Let me just say,
it was the Megamare.
And Brian even expressed. He said, "Megamare cracks my top 10."
Really?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. See.
Yeah.
There you go. See. Check out this. Pine Rain. So,
Jordan, is that a fragrance or is that a? Is that a hope for a scent sort of thing? Like that?
I think I think it's more Yeah, like the tower one, this week, that one has kind of that same sort of idea that I'm looking for, but
I haven't been to the Pacific Northwest, but that sort of foresty, towering trees, rainy thing I got when I was a kid. But we were in Muir Woods, like north of San Francisco, and that was really fucking pretty. And I remember the smells there.
Yeah,
I really liked
this.
Yeah, the
yeah.
redwood. And...
I also will say that one that might also John was kind enough to toss some into when I bought the fragrances from him, but Cape Heartache from Imaginary Authors. Yeah. That one might be one after I spend some more time with it. That could be one that kind of fills that void. It doesn't have the chill and the cooling factor, but it definitely nails that piney Pacific Northwesty kind of vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
I really like that one, which is funny because I hated it the first time I ever smelled it, like 2 years ago.
Taste change, that's for sure.
Yeah, bull's blood still smells like piss a little bit.
A little bit.
But I like it more, but it does smell. So I've just become more accepting of piss as a smell.
Like bloody piss, yeah.
Are we becoming more refined or more desensitized? What's the truth?
Yes.
Yeah, to both. Yes, that's the answer. Yes.
But yeah, American niche.
Yeah. So American.
Let's
go to one of the worst things now.
Okay.
That you experienced. So Austin, did you grab it?
I did, and I feel bad because it's not that it's one of the worst things. It's just that I regret owning it.
I don't feel bad if it's the one I think it is because I'm gonna pick it up. Yeah, I have one as a up from them.
Me too.
Yeah,
and it's not the one that you have either.
Yeah.
It's not. So I think I should send you some of this because I think you'd really like it.
Yeah, so Patchoulio one, it's not that it's bad, it's just that it's not good. I'll spray it on strip. It is very cleaner. Like it smells like Bleu de Chanel sort of shower gel fragrance mixed with fabric softener. Yeah, it's kind of Bleu de Chanel, Salvatore Ferragamo, Acqua Senziale Blue meets fabric softener, which doesn't sound all that bad to me when I say that. But the way that it's weighted is mostly this dryer sheet fabric softener harshness in a way. And it suffocates all of the other things that are in this fragrance. Apparently patchouli is a part of this fragrance. However,
allegedly,
I don't get it at all. Yeah. It's just it's skippable. It's not exciting. Like if you don't own any fragrance and you happen to stumble across this live stream, get this. Whoopsie over this. I just closed down my browser.
He just closed himself out.
Anyway, get this, not this. You'll be paying the same price, if not less. And I think that you'll probably like it a whole lot more. Yeah, it's just one of those. I feel harsh saying it's one of the worst. It's forgettable. And I was expecting more. I think maybe that's why I feel the way that I feel, because I went into it with high hopes because of this one, of like, oh, incense, and you said the tobacco one is really good. So, and Saga likes the rose one, and I'm like, fuck yeah, patchouli. I like patchouli. What the fuck is that? Like, it just wasn't what I expected, maybe more than anything else. I don't know. Yeah, if anyone wants a cheap bottle of this, hit me up. It's really good. Give you a good deal.
Yes, that's what you meant to say. I'll give you a really good deal. Not that it's really good.
Huh? Did I say that? Whoops, Freudian slip. Yeah, it's just meh. I feel bad for poo pooing on it, but it's just it's not very good.
Look, yeah, it doesn't hit your tastes, you know.
I wanted more, and
Yeah.
probably set myself up to be let down. However,
what's
that
old thing
aside, it's
about
still not that great.
Expectations.
I don't know. What is that old saying?
Something about they only
Don't
set
meet your
you
heroes.
up for disappointment.
Maybe.
So if you,
But yeah, that's one that comes to mind, and it's going to be the only one that I have an actual prop for, because if you really,
yeah,
detested hating something, why would you own it?
A lot of us sample a whole lot.
Yeah.
So we can easily avoid the mistakes. We're not super blind buy warriors. Like
Just put the dunce hat on me. I get it. It's fine.
No, because my disappointment, one of them is a blind buy.
Yeah.
It should have went to Higgy Sun
Go
or
go
the
ahead and
place
show
in
'em.
Sagas, and tried it there.
Go ahead and show them your miss.
Okay, so
This is such a miss. It missed
you're
the
like,
bottle. Too.
there is so much of a miss here. This is a bottle of NATO Alien Fruit 3030 or 3003, which I believe is supposed to be March 30th. Okay, so this fragrance, I'm just gonna read the notes real quick, and you can understand why I did it. Yuzu, pomegranate, red currant, guava, red fruits, cyclamen, musk, and white amber. Sounds great. Okay. I bought this from 50ml.com, which is an Italian-based fragrance retailer, along with Wave Child. Wave Child is an up. I didn't include it because I've talked about it so much. I really like that fragrance. This is not what the bottle looks like. Neil, if you could show them what the bottle looks like, which makes
Is
this
that like
all
an
the...
Aqua de Joe bottle? What is that?
This is a bottle. I realize it is basically an Aqua de Joe bottle with actually a really good
Solian
sprayer.
cap or something?
Yeah, this is from Amazon, like what you had to do.
Yeah.
Because, and I don't know who to blame. I could blame 50ml. I could blame the brand for their packaging being a little bit left, or some desire there in regards to how the bottle was kind of shipped within the packaging itself. It wasn't really all that secure.
What was the brand name again?
NATO, Neydo.
Okay, there it is.
And they're really cool bottles. It's a very cool one.
Alien Fruit, you said? Yeah.
Yeah. This one, initially I was like, oh, Alien Fruit, that's cool. Hold on, I'll talk about the shipping. The way that I received this is that 50ml ships it to an American. They ship their pallets to an American in Chino, California, and then they repackage them for the American ones. What they did was they just took the 2 boxes of the fragrances, not like boxes that they were shipped in, and then they proceeded to just put them together, wrap them in brown paper, and tape them.
That's awesome.
Not great. Definitely not cool. So on camera, and I have it on my phone still because I don't know what to do with this. But it's me opening the box, and a portion of the atomizer that you need for the atomizer to work, and I do my reviews outside, goes flying.
The
So
spring
I had
it flying.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
then what
I've
I
actually
ended
had
up
that
doing
happen with
is
a
I
sample.
ordered this bottle, because, decanted it. And this
How
isn't
much
just
did
like
you
me.
spill?
This isn't actually, it's not a lot of spillage, to be honest with you. I've tried to like this, is what it is. This is me trying to like it. It is the most airy. It's just so light. It's just so light, and there's nothing about that note breakdown that should say lightness. Like, I realize
Hashtag
it's a
clean
lot of.
girl aesthetic.
It is a clean girl tropical scent. This is a Byredo fragrance. This is like,
Whenever I see like
Don't swear, Sean.
red fruits are kind of like a red flag for me.
You can't be just slinging slurs around on the internet.
Sultani has red fruits. Sultani has a red fruit note.
Does
it
it?
might be red. It might be
You
red
don't
berry.
smell it. Yeah, red berry maybe. Yeah,
Are you
Might be red berry.
serious?
But red fruits
take
as
it
a
as
note hasn't like hit me. But this stuff, it's just so like what this is going to be is I'm going to take this to school with me, and when the new year starts, this will be one that gets handed to somebody. Because it's very nice. It's pretty. It's gone so quickly for me. Yeah, there was a bunch of things where I was kind of excited about the fragrance because I wanted more guava and pomegranate and stuff like that, some more tropical kind of things. But Wave Child kind of just does it for me in a much better way. The other thing too that kind of was a little bit lame for this one is the premise of the brand is that they it's perfume from dreams, which I think is really cool. Like you
This
have
came to me in
someone
a dream.
they talk about an experience, and then supposedly the perfumer then would perfume what they imagine that to be like. And I'm like, that's really cool. So alien fruit smells like fruit from an alien planet, right? No. It's someone explaining how they had a dream about visiting a tropical resort. That is like the most boring,
like watery
idea.
cyclamen.
Literally
guava.
talking about like guava sorbet and stuff, and I'm like, cool. You could dream about anything, and you dreamt about an all-inclusive resort.
Yeah.
And sure, we all do that, right? Like you have that dream where you're like, I'm a millionaire. How would I spend my time at a resort in some tropical island or something? Sure, whatever. Did you need to make a fragrance about it?
Yeah.
Because I would have rather smelled Duchefort's idea of what would a alien
Wealthy
planet
person?
alien planet fruit. How cool would that be?
Yeah.
Wait, did he perfume it?
Yeah, it's it's Duchefor, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
A bunch of
That's
his.
crazy.
Yeah. So there's one other one from the brand. I'm a little gun
Missed
shy.
that.
Thank God Scent Split has these. They have full bottles and
decants and stuff.
Decants, and
Yeah.
I love Scent Split. I think they're one of my favorite decant places. They're also
They have
in
a
Texas.
very good
great
variety.
selection, good customer service. I'm always very happy with them.
Shipping's okay with it. Shipping's okay.
Yeah.
Like the packaging that they send it's okay. It works, but
yeah. But I believe it's called Blonde Redhead is the one from the brand that I'm kind of intrigued to. I might try it out.
Offenlich and I have a couple crossover ones. The bottle is reminding me of Histoire de Parfum.
Kind of like the shape, yeah. I guess this is like 100 ml, the 120 ml of Histoire de Parfums.
It's more square. It's not as rectangular as the Histoire ones, but yeah, this one is, it's kind of So,
what's one for you?
One for me, just recently. Okay, so we have this one, right, that highlights the rose and the mintiness, but also like a soapy nature that you get. This one that I just got in that whole collection was a real dud for me. This is just lavender soap. And so much so that it's kind of like, why would I want to smell this?
Layer it with La Primavera.
Sure, I'll do that. I'll totally do that at some point in my life. No, I won't.
What about Odyssey?
Odyssey is actually a high of this year.
No, I'm saying layer it with Odyssey.
Oh, layer it with Odyssey?
Yeah.
I mean, I could try layering it. Maybe layering it will save
But
it.
if you could get money from it, then sell
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So, but I mean, let's face it, this is half buy, right? I only paid half for the bottle because the fact I split it with Ren's getting the other half. So maybe I can try finding somebody to buy the other half that I'm not going to use. But
Yeah.
we'll see. But yeah, it's just, I actually was like, if you've seen the live I did with John, and Sean had pointed it out, it's like every reaction you had was just like,
I didn't catch that one.
Yeah, I wasn't blown away by anything.
So of your multi-$100 purchase, how many of them do you actually like?
Now, here's the thing, all right?
Okay.
I
watch your damn mouth.
I do actually like quite a few of the ones that I tried. So this one in particular, right? This is Absinthe Mind, right? It's a great absinthe, like licorice type flavor, much lighter than La Havert from Killian, and something I could definitely get away with wearing in the spring and the summertime. Even on hot days, this would be great to wear. And since I do love it, the smell of anise and licorice, I'll probably keep this and want this. This is probably very high, even though it does kind of fit into the same scent profile. It's just it fits the same scent profile in a way that I could wear the scent profile more times a year, and that sounds good to me. The other one I really like was this one because it gave me a lot of Lamar, but to me, I liked this better because it had a little bit more nuance, more dirtiness to it that made it more interesting to me. So more masculine. It was a little more smoky, not like, and you know me, I'm not a huge fan of like overly smoky fragrances, but it had just enough of that kind of like smoky incensey kind of thing that makes it interesting to me. The other one, this is good, right? It's an amber, but it's just an amber. It smells like an angel share, right?
The packaging on these is very perplexing to me.
Because they're real basic bottles and stuff like that, right? With just
the cap. The cap on the last one was different, though, right?
Well, because it was melted.
It had I thought it was like some. I thought it was like some marbling effect. That's really hilarious.
This one,
because it was melted. I thought it was cool looking too.
This leaked. So
Got it.
I was like, that looks sick, dude. That's really cool.
Nice.
I mean,
I love that cap. That cap looks cool. No, dude,
this cap.
It was reminding me of like a
look at that wood
bag.
Look at that wood.
Like a fancy purse out of like some very crazy leather. That's so funny.
Yeah, it was just that look, this one too. This one leaked as well. So, and it's kind of damaged.
Battle hardened.
Yes, battle hardened.
But that's a lovely patina on that cap.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta clip that one.
Yeah.
I can tell you that's good.
Bust out the soldering iron.
All right.
I
think we should jump into. We got a couple of ones. I am interested to know what Brian was going to say as some of his down fragrances, because he said, and it might be the one that I like. That's totally cool.
So we're going to Ovenlick. He points out that so his ups, right? Good luck saying these words, but I'm not.
Parfumers, Dumont, Osmanthus Noir, Blanc de Chine, Nila. Yeah, that one's tough.
Yeah.
Vermeer. Vermeer. I don't know.
Vermeer.
It's hard. It's hard for me to do French now that I'm learning Spanish.
Vermeer.
Because you pronouncing it in the Spanish.
Remember the whole hombre Ombre.
Yes, hombre. Yeah.
Hombre.
Hombre. That's hungry.
That's what's been
Tango
happening with
hombre.
me with the script I've been writing for this fragrance review because everything's in Italian. Or Latin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some things with Latin, it kind of helps out.
Everything is based on Latin,
Yeah,
is it
because
not?
you can
Listen,
kind of
there's
pick
a
out
lot of
the-
infinitives. Yes.
Yeah.
What else do we got?
And then
And I will say, Openly mainly had.
I was looking for
like-
Ehrlich Long. Yeah.
The Dries ones. All right. I do need to
Addictive
try
as
some. I need to try the.
what?
I need to try the Dries.
Sur ma peau.
Zermapo.
Is that the Quentin Biche? Quentin Biche?
Tonton.
Parfums de Quentin Biche. Cedar
going
Heart
down.
Impression
That
Rose.
is a Quinton Biche one.
That's the cool ombre pattern. Ombre, damn it. Ombre. Fuck. That's so annoying. Pardon my French, literally.
It is.
Wolfenlicht and I share a couple downs.
Yeah, his
That didn't
last
sound right.
his last one, his last up. Take a look there.
Oh, Bugler Alien EDP.
I wore that one last week.
It's a shame that the men's line really didn't go anywhere.
Did the Phantasm one go well?
Well, that's Alien. Amen? That's Angel.
That's Amen.
So, yeah. I didn't know they even had an Alien men's line.
Yeah. Alien Man, the first one, it's in a black. The bottles look really cool too.
Yeah,
they're very cool. Monolithic aspect.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like Alien for Men. I like that fragrance. It's got the problem with it is it was kind of divisive because it very explicitly has a dill note in it, and it smells
pickly.
Like if you think sandalwood can smell pickly, try putting dill in a fragrance. It can come off pretty off-putting to some people. I really liked it. And then the other one, there's Alien Man Mirage.
I've never seen this. Is this discontinued?
Oh yeah.
It's discontinued. You can still pick them up online from discounters.
Yeah.
I actually like the smell of this one. Later, Joel. But then the other one that's on there, Alien Man Mirage, apparently is just
See, Joel.
It's like Patchoulio 1. It's just kind of it's a forgettable fragrance. This one at least had some kind of intriguing aspects to it. But I don't know. Maybe they'll try it again. They brought back
this Alien Mirage, you know what?
This one's boring. And then the other one it's in the dark blue bottle. It has a coffee nuance, and it's apparently people say it's kind of trying to bring Amen into Alien Man, and it just didn't work.
No, this is the other one.
Yeah, the Man Fusion one. Alien Fusion.
Man Fusion.
Yeah.
Not Man Fusion.
That's an interesting name.
There it is.
This is not a blue bottle.
Yeah.
Bottles are sick though. These are cool looking bottles.
They got a cool design.
Yeah.
This atomizer is.
It is more squared off than
hopefully better
Alien Women's, right?
Alien atomizer. I mean the Angel.
See,
atomizer.
If you made that green, everyone that played Necrons in Warhammer 40K would buy the crap out of those bottles.
Yeah. slap a Warhammer over this, symbol over it, and just, or you could slap a Ultramarines on it or something like that. If you're
there you go. The thing that was very funny is as I was looking at Openleak's lists of what he found to be kind of disappointments, the thing that jumped out was Amberwoods and
Are we at all surprised of that?
I'm not. And the thing is, the first thing that I thought of when I was looking at those was actually Warhammer 40K. And I realized that a lot of perfumers use a overabundance of amberwoods, it seems, to kind of the same way that you use washes when you're painting models, where the whole idea of the wash is it's a very thinned out paint, so it sits in the cracks. Its nickname amongst hobbyists is liquid talent because it makes your models look a lot better. They look a lot more dynamic, less flat. And I'm realizing an overuse of amber woods is kind of the same thing, where it's like we can make a very dense, beefy, long-lasting fragrance that has a somewhat intriguing dry down if we just jam it full of ambroxan.
Ooh, I had a good Galtieri fragrance idea. The reverse life of a cow, starting from a steak on the grill back to the grass. And it ends up smelling like Seminoles. Did you guys see the dirty feet the other day?
Yeah.
I sent that to you.
I have
toe jam and soil feet.
Yeah, I had questions. I had people asking me questions like when I shared it in another group, and they were like, "Is this a new perfume?" And I was like, "Well, I have never smelled anything from his house that fits that picture's profile."
Oh, you haven't? You have a bottle of the one that I think fits that profile, Resvelium.
You think so?
Yes, because I think that one smells like a soiled mechanic's boots after working in solvents all day.
Yeah, but it's not a boot. It's just someone's foot. Like
dirt. But koyam is like the reverse life of a shoe. That's why I said the reverse life of a cow. It starts off, really gross, and then it cleans up to a nice leather. Like Resvelium smells like someone that worked in a grease pit all day, putting like paint thinner on their feet. I don't know. Vivid scent memories for me.
That's the thing.
Yeah, they're a bitch, huh?
I agree with this Creed Wild
Vetiver. That was on my list. I spelled that the other day. And you know what's crazy about that is, I'm friendly with the Creed rep. I would not say we're friends. He knows of me. I know of him. He's a nice guy. Whatever. He told me that has been their most successful release since the original Aventus. He said that for his location, that has sold the most bottles, and they've already made their Q3 numbers and all this craziness.
Wow.
Of that one is wildly popular, and the Teamerberry, and I'm like, yeah, it smells very rosy. He's like, yeah, perhaps. I'm like,
not perhaps. That
Sean, you had the same thing.
Literally the only difference. The guy said it's been selling really well, but then his response when I said, yeah, it smells like a rose fragrance, I don't think there's anything really at all like vetiver here. And his response was, well, they used the plant, they didn't use the root, and that's why it smells that way. And I was like, I'm not gonna.
Are you familiar with the art of millesime?
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't gonna have I wasn't gonna have a debate with the rep who gets sent literature to read and memorize so that he can respond to it. But I'm like, that doesn't make any sense at all.
You're like, sorry, hold on for a second. Let me reach into my ass.
Yeah, that's like saying like, oh yeah, it's the hay note smells that way because they didn't use the root of the hay. It's like, do you even know what vetiver looks like? Anyway?
They actually used the needle in the haystack instead of the hay.
I could give someone that if it was something like they said iris and they said, well, it's not orris, it's iris. We very specifically utilize the flower. And I would be like, sure. Like that at least makes sense. From a biological standpoint, not a financial standpoint in any capacity, but biologically, yes. But the idea, it's like the vetiver, I'm like, if you didn't use the root of vetiver, what did you use? Like, that's kind of what vetiver is, but
I would agree if you said, I want you to go home tonight.
You're such a snob, Sean. How dare you be?
You should have said to him, I want you to go home.
How dare you be smart?
Look up what vetiver is for me, okay?
Yeah. Then I walked over to the Maison Francis Kirkjohn one, and the guy came over and bothered me, and I was like, I'm not buying any of these.
I was at Macy's trying on watches, and that was when I smelled the Lamal Elixir L'Absolu, right? And I was like, oh, it's really nice. And the nice saleswoman educated me that is pure perfume oils, and they last very long. Not anything like eau de toilette. It's pure perfume, very high concentration, very good on your skin, lasts forever, very sexy. And I was like, this is knowledge to me. Thank you.
That's why it's called Absolute.
Yeah.
Don't you know?
Absolutely guaranteed to get you compliments.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's literally the stereotype, but I'm not making that up. That literally happened. She's like, yeah, it's pure perfume oil too, so way better. Like, okay.
I do want to try that new Nasamato that Openleak did not have a great experience with.
Oh, I would like to as well.
I think I'll try it on strip and maybe not spray it 10 times.
Yeah.
Brian agrees. It's a
For the
dirty
record,
grapefruit
I
for
do
the
not
selling.
I do not think I'm gonna have a radically different experience than what he had by like spraying less on me, but it might make it a bit more bearable.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let's wrap back around. Let's go over the last couple. Anybody ever got like some more highs?
Yeah, I got 3.
All right, you go first.
I got shrimp toast.
Shrimp toast. Okay.
Shrimp toast.
All right.
Scottish made shrimp toast.
Scottish made
Listen,
shrimp toast.
I see what you mean, but I won't accept that.
Okay.
This is borderline slander. This is beautiful. Love it. Wanted to wear it today, but I was trying to prolong the shrimp toast allegations until later. Incense 01. I wish I could wear this right now without getting an assault charge. Very dense frankincense, like all caps, bold letter frankincense. If you're familiar with the game show password, this would be the password for this is frankincense. Although that would get you a red thing because you said the name of the password. So never mind that. Yeah, really good highlight for sure. And then the other one that I bought from Super Memory, warm bulb clue. It's just nostalgic in like the best way. It brings me back to being a kid in the 90s, right? Early 2000s more accurately, but that I remember this funny because it's the smell of an incandescent light bulb that's burning, basically, is the premise of this, right? It says warm, yellowed pages under a bulb, or a lamp's light bakes yellowed pages underneath. That's what the scent description is. To me, I remember being in my parents' bedroom, and we did not have central air conditioning, and so in the summer it would get pretty toasty. But they, at one point in the year, many years into me being alive, but a portable air conditioner that went through the window. And so you would go, I would go in mom and dad's room to cool off. And, on the nightstand next to me, my dad would have a lamp. And the lamp, for whatever reason, it didn't have a shade. And I'd have the light on in there, so it had a light because they didn't have a, ceiling fan or a light like that. And this smell reminds me of sitting on the bed right there, like trying to cool off from the air conditioning, but like I have this light bulb that is literally dusty because there's no lampshade to diffuse it, but subsequently it is getting dust built up on it and burning, and is weird and is, not, it doesn't sound something that would be very pleasing to the nose, but it is nice. It smells electrically charged. There's some, I don't know.
Brings up a great scent memory for you.
Yeah, it's a good scent memory that is tied to some not very fun scent memories of sweating your butt off in the summer trying to, air out in front of a fan before you were kicking off your covers. But it brings me back to being a kid, which is, I think, why I like it. But if you ever, read a book next to an incandescent light bulb or something like that, and you're close enough to it to kind of, at night get that cast of the light, you will probably understand this scent. But I just think it's really good. And I think it's wearable. All that, is true, but I still think it is wearable. I think if you didn't know the story, you would just think, oh, that's really nice, slightly musky vanillic fragrance, which this is also kind of musky. There's a theme there. But knowing the story of, with niche perfumes and indie perfumes, it makes it more meaningful to us as collectors, right? But those are my highlights, I would say.
That's a big part of the video that I'm making, is caring about the creation of the stuff that you're wearing and why that matters. So, mine, basically, this is Enigma of Taif from Swiss Arabian. This is Master's Signature. Mine was kind of like Middle Eastern houses doing their original stuff, like Middle Eastern niche. I think that Swiss Arabian definitely has some clones, but this one I really enjoyed. Like this one, it just smells good. Emirates Pride, I could say actually in general, if I'm talking about like my favorite house discovery at the moment, like which one did I that I've really enjoyed the most, I think it's this, because I bought 2 bottles from this company at retail. These aren't inexpensive. So now, granted, you're getting quite a bit for what you're paying for.
100 ml.
It's 100 ml of an X straight, I believe, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously this one being made by 3 of the most iconic perfumers. This one, really enjoy it a lot. We'll just pop that on there. It's been, I initially was like, oh, I can wear this in 100 degrees. No. This stuff, Austin, I'm gonna definitely be sending.
Can't read the label.
It's Enigma of Taif. It's the latest one.
Okay.
Taif Rose.
Rose. Okay. Yeah.
Oudi, rosy, fruity. Gosh.
Does it have like that fermented sourness of like oud?
Not. Yeah. Not too much.
Okay.
It's enough that it gives you something a little bit more. It is less of the sourness. I almost have it like there's a green aspect to the rose kind of nature. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna decant you some. I think it's I smelled it in a store, like the guy. I was at a store.
It kind of reminds me of a Memo Paris bottle.
That's kind of definitely there. There's definitely those there. I don't think it smells like any sort of Memo fragrances, but they're definitely kind of. The thing is, this brand has had Enigma Taif is new in the lineup, but like all the other ones that they have produced in this lineup, like the Spirit of Casablanca and all those things, this brand had a fragrance called Casablanca like years ago, before I think Memo even existed. And so now what it is, they're kind of bringing back a few of these fragrance kind of DNAs and then putting them in these Spirit of bottles. But that one's fantastic. I think Vanilla 01, because Mrs. Saga said that Love Marriage, which that's a fantastic fragrance that I bought, and Acro Bake. I think she would also put Vanilla 01 as one of her ups. Like Swiss Arabian,
I
think as a house is doing some really awesome stuff. And the more they get away from, or not get away from, because again, it's a brand that's like been around forever. Like I believe it was
70s, right?
Mrs. Saga was telling me that she had like watched a content creator that talked about the idea when they were reviewing Swiss Arabian fragrances, is that like this brand is like, this is what people got as stocking stuffers. Well, not stocking stuffers, but like gifts for their birthday or other holidays, in the same way like we would get like Ralph Lauren fragrances. Like that's what this brand has been. It's been kind of a part of culture within the Middle East, specifically Saudi Arabia. So I do, and also Brian's talking about abduction. I want to try the rope from Eyes Are Always There. That was created through, I believe, an artist who was working with the art and olfaction organization,
Committee or
museum.
whatever. Yeah.
And he created one for that. Opulence of Dubai was a big regret. Returned it. Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, I didn't like Dubai that much. I think Valencia was one that I liked from this one. But yeah.
Have you guys ever returned a fragrance? I haven't. I didn't even think that was possible.
I didn't think that was possible either.
Hence why I'm intrigued why I said you returned it.
Returned it. Yeah. How did you achieve that?
The only time I've heard of return products is from Robe's 08 video. This is a Fragflex return product. I'm decanting it. We're going to smell it. That sort of thing. He did talk about La Salle d'Essai, and I do want to smell that because he said it reminds me of Diet Megamare.
Yeah. I saw that too.
He said he would send me a decant of that. I could have gotten that when I picked this up, but I got a different one. And I was about to hit cancel order and then reorder to get that, but he's like, I got you.
This is getting a little creative.
I see.
Yeah.
So did you take pliers yourself? Is that how the atomizer came off on Sean's?
Well,
he was returned through 50 ml?
No. The atomizer came off because I pried it off after
It's just
it broke.
because they did this, and then they said, "Here you go, sir."
Wild, dude. When I opened that up, I was like, even when I used to work in shipping, like shipping packages, we always told people, we don't use brown paper anymore because it's all machine sorted. It gets ripped. Like, don't do it. And when I saw that was just brown paper, I was like, what year is it? Like,
someone.
So, Neil, what's your last up?
Last up of the year, and up for the year is absolutely the afters.
Yep.
Like, it is the golden age of Amouage reborn in a way.
Yeah.
Okay. That is the first time I've heard you described it that way, and I'm intrigued now.
Because I needed to describe it somewhere different, and for me, it's has a lot of what made Amouage kind of like stand out.
I'll finally sample
that resinous, that heavy, thick kind of smell that Amouage has, and just combines it in like a beautifully blended way. Nothing is overpowering in it. You get the little bit of sweetness, you get the smokiness, you get the earthiness.
I get honey.
You get this honey, but it's all of it is just not overpowering. And
I definitely want to try this. I was one of the things too, like
honey tobacco.
I'm just not that interested in exploring Amouage stuff anymore because I think like the last couple of releases have been pretty.
I haven't smelled the new ones from their whatever collection.
Essence collection, it has done a lot better. I mean, Reason is okay. Reason is nice. Reason is not nice at $600.
Is that the Duchefort one?
Yeah, I think no.
That's of the original batch of 3.
Yeah, that was the original batch. Like I said, Reason is nice. Outlands is nice, right? But again, not worth $600.
No. And then they have one that's probably Tuscan leather, like the Lion 2564 or whatever it is.
$250. Yeah, that sounds.
How much is the afters?
But the afters, $180, right?
Yeah.
180. Bottle looks pretty cool. Cap looks pretty cool. Smells as
really
good as an Amouage, like in its golden days. Like Amouage at the top of its game, you know.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about it being owned by L'Oreal.
Exactly. You're giving this to a single kind of small person owner, you know. So you're helping small business, and you're smelling great.
What's their ethos?
It's fragrances.
Hot fragrances for hot women or something.
Yeah, hot fragrances for hot women. Yes. Well, let me. This
We
one.
all love a hot girl summer, a hot girl evening, a hot girl brunch. You need fragrance for those things.
Yeah. Here's a
I
birthday
too can be a hot girl.
and
Black
that's
cherry, huh?
and that's the beauty. I don't really
Here's
get.
honey. Okay.
Yeah, there is honey. Yeah, I don't necessarily get like a black cherry on it. There's a sweetness to it, sure, but it's kind of just not a distinct black cherry. The tobacco you definitely get, the frankincense you definitely get, the saffron kind of adds to that for sure. To the labdanum I definitely get.
See, this is like a fancy smoking lounge,
Yeah,
cigar lounge sort of thing, without it smelling cigar-like.
yeah,
Yeah,
really great. Like
it
so
is
far,
really good. I see the homage comparison 100%.
so
It doesn't necessarily come off as like a wall of fragrance like those. This seems, even though it has all of those dark, resinous, heavy notes, it is still airy to a degree that is
yes,
pleasant.
but
It's not just completely overbearing, overpowering, and cloying.
it's got a presence. It has.
Yeah,
You'll smell it. Like if you're getting into a room with somebody, they will smell you. It's not like
but it's diffusive, I guess is what I meant. Not in
Yeah.
the way that it's just, hey, this is going to remain on your skin indefinitely, and it's 60% concentration or something outlandish. It's powerful, but it's the right amount.
And the thing that really interests me about the brand is that this is their first actual release. Like coming out and swinging for the fences, the old saying goes, they knocked it out of the park for their first fragrance. It's going to be hard for them to match the same type of scent, like wow factor for me for anything else they come out with.
What's her brand called? Like Ida's World, right?
Yeah.
What I would like to see, because that fragrance is literally called like the afters, right? So it's a after party. It's like that's your going out fragrance. What do you have for a daily? And can you make it interesting? Can you make it intriguing? Like the only thing that would be like devastating if it was like hot perfumes for hot girls. Here's a clean musk. and I would just be like,
here's a clean musk.
Like valid,
Yeah.
but also at the same time, like I'm hoping. I think Miss Saga and I are gonna head over to Sephora because I found out that Born to Stand Out is being carried in Sephora's now.
Sephora now, yeah.
Interesting.
And I there's a couple that I want to smell, specifically like Filthy Musk and stuff like that. So I'm intrigued by that, but yeah, I would be devastated if she was just like, all right, and this one's called Clean.
There's a Estelle NYC tramp stamp.
Marketing.
Yes. I didn't know that they carried them. There's a Sephora literally 2 minutes for me.
Check online and make sure, because it's only like one of them near us has them, because it's like the nicer Sephora. Like if your main Sephora is the one that's in a Kohl's, I don't think they have them. But
let's see.
Yeah, you'll have to be careful.
Because like one of the Sephoras near us, well, not near us, but it's over in like the city, has like the Killians and Born to Stand Out.
Shoot, it is.
And the Montals and all that.
It might be the Kohl's ones have very little of the good stuff.
Well, the good news is at the fancy mall there is a Sephora standalone store, so I could go there.
Yeah, but Born to Stand Out, I think since we have kind of done our ups and downs, predictions for the rest of the year.
Sure.
I think that I will continue. Like, I'm going to continue to do American niche stuff, but I think that by the end of this year, my top 10 list will actually feature more Asian-based perfumes than any other region. And I mean East Asian, I mean South Asian, so India, Pakistan, that region, but then also, like, I didn't mention Dalat here, now I am, because I've talked about that fragrance too much. The bottle's like, yeah, it's low.
It's getting there.
And that's like a great school scent, and I haven't even started back at work yet, so it's gonna get worse.
You're gonna need another one.
Yeah.
Wait, Dalat. That's the clean girl aesthetic one that smells like.
I'll strangle you.
What's that Parfums de Marley? The pink one.
Delina, I'll strangle you.
There's not any sort of like significant story or anything, a place or the time, anything associated with that, right?
Dalat is a magical place.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of my predictions, though, is that
I'll do it for you
in my top 10. Yeah. in my top 10, I believe I will have actually more Asian perfumes than I will European. American might kind of be there. To be honest with you, I think I am going to Scent Explorer and basically kind of be like, impress me. Like,
Did you talk about that at all last week, by the way?
No, not really. But
we're all going to Scent Explorer.
All the niche snobs are going to Scent Explorer, and a number of you are all going to Scent Explorer. Yeah. So
Blaine, what's your excuse?
I can think of a couple.
I don't know, something. How many thousands of miles away?
But yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Scent Explorer, and like I'm gonna need to be wowed like a little bit. I'm gonna need to be, because I don't want to. And the reason why I can say that is because having like this Cirrus Parfums, the one that I mentioned at the beginning from San Antonio, like it. No offense, I enjoyed Void, I enjoyed Brooks Scents, but the Cirrus Parfums stuff kind of was like, it's another level. Yes. It's like the cloud, not.
I understood, but
I get it.
Sounds, yes.
Yeah. So it's that's the I kind of want to be wowed a little bit. I want to be wowed a little bit, and I figure Scent Explorer and then also Stell will be the place that I'll be wowed. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But Austin, any predictions about the rest of the year?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I should have been prepared for that question, but I don't have an answer prepared. Hey, Granny.
What are you looking forward to most? I mean, I imagine it's probably the same thing.
And Austin Aroma's video.
Yeah, how about that?
Before the end of the year.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Maybe talk about the bulb fragrance that you just.
Yeah. See, the problem isn't that I don't want to do it. It's just that there's a bunch of other stuff, and the time in which I would take to make it is the time that I do these live streams. So it's a trade-off, right? But yes, I could do, I definitely want to do a video on this one. As I expressed before, some watch content, maybe even if anyone cares to look at that. As far as things I want to smell, I mean, I'm definitely excited for Scent Explorer. I think that my main focus will be getting a picture with Cecile Zarokian and smelling. That was supposed to be funny. No one laughed. What the hell? Smelling some smaller indie brands, right?
May or may not be there. She was.
I was about to say. I was like, Ren wants to get photos with a bunch of different perfumers. So.
What's your goal of Scent Explorer?
Get to one after party.
Oh, Rana wants to get invited to after parties.
Just at least one.
For Scent Explorer, which didn't you get to one with John C last year?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, we went to
like a Zerzov party or something, right?
No, we didn't do that. We went to.
All right. Well, we're gonna get into an after party, and we're going to wear the afters to the after party.
They have the thing where you can actually pay them
No, that sounds like a fraternity.
to get into an after party. But what we did last time was we went to Stell's, me and John, and they had a like
they're bringing a new product sort of thing.
They had a live stream, not a live stream, but a podcast. They had a podcast from there, held there by I forget the girl's name and her channel, but she does a lot of podcasts. That's her thing. She does podcasts all the time, and she was there, and it was hot take. It was a hot takes podcast.
Okay,
I didn't have any at the time, so I didn't say anything, but
I'm sure you had a few.
I'm going to use my impeccably high good looks, my gift for turn of phrase, my general aura that people say that I possess, and the fact that I'm 6'7", and I'll get us into an after party.
See, listen, I think we have the charisma that we could.
Yeah.
Just we got it. I mean, we're an elite group of niche snobs. Who wouldn't want? If we're not drinking champagne with Sergio Momo, then we didn't try.
That's.
Listen, I'm joking about that, but that would actually be an amazing time, and we all know that.
I would rather go to Brooklyn for pizza, to be honest with you, than go to an after party. I'd rather go to Scars Pizza or something.
Not even like crispy pizza.
Scars is like the best pizza in New York.
Oh, see, I haven't had pizza.
I would rather go to Williamsburg. To be honest with you, the thing that I am least excited for of Senexport is the fact that it's in Manhattan. I wish it was in Williamsburg or something. Yeah.
See, I am looking forward to going to New York because my experience with New York is tainted, I'll say, maybe politely. The only times that I've been to New York, it's been with Rana, and for context, it has been for the Global Citizens Music Festival, which is in Central Park, and it's a huge thing. We went in 2019 and then in 2021, and both times it was great. I mean, it was wonderful music festivals and whatnot. However, we're roughing it. We're in college, not wanting to spend a lot of money. Spirit Airlines, may they rest in peace. And literally 24 hours or less, from flying there to flying out, sleeping in a not so good spot in Queens, and then in the Bronx, and not in a good spot in the Bronx.
The last time I went to New York,
didn't get to do a lot of typical things.
2002.
Were you home alone? Jesus.
No, we did stay at the Waldorf, which is kind of like the second one to the plaza.
Hotel,
yeah.
It's like the 1 and 2 sort of thing. But it was a year after 9/11. So, yeah, my experience is quite different. There was a homeless man. I was 12, and he accosted me. Not me. It was someone that wasn't actually there that he was yelling at. But I was 12, and I freaked out.
Someone tried to sell me or give me a mixtape in Times Square, and then they wanted money for it, right? And they're like,
"Well, Times Square is where I picked up my Submariner, and then it turned my wrist green for some reason."
Completely coincidental.
And the bracelet for some reason had a nylon thing running through it to keep its shape. It was very strange. I didn't know Rolex was doing that. Neil, do you have a
I just look forward to getting together with everybody. That's
I meant for the rest of the year predictions. Yes. Though.
Yeah.
That's your prediction. We're all going to have a great time in New York City.
That's my prediction, and like just the overall experience is going to be great. As far as fragrances go, I'm looking at we're probably going to experience another House of Cosmo like event, where a unknown brand will be revealing their fragrances there at the show, and they'll be all the talk of the town. Well, at least not talk of the town, but talk of the show inside the show floor will be like, oh, what about these guys? These guys are like they sold out of everything and blah blah blah. And they'll be
FOMO.
FOMO a little bit, but more or less they'll just be like designer themed kind of fragrances that you're like with a little bit of a twist. It's not going to be anything.
We need to get our pitchforks and our torches and go to bat against the dilution of niche.
Yeah,
I will say, and this could be like a down perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
But I also will say, I think before the year is done,
Mm-hmm.
I will not be impressed with any designer fragrances that I smell. I think that we're kind of at that stage.
Now when you say impressed,
New
designers.
yeah, but I'm saying,
new designers.
when we say new designers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
okay,
and
I won't buy a new designer.
The word impressed, though.
Yeah,
impress.
Yeah,
liking enough to want to buy.
Yes, liking enough to want to buy.
I'm not going to smell a Gucci Guilty elixir this year. Let's just say that. Like, okay. I will not be blown away by one of those or really want to. But I don't know. And I think my favorite I guess that could be just a discussion. I'm going to save that one and talk about like house you're most looking forward to at Sun Explore, etc., stuff like that.
Is there the list for these?
Oh yeah, we could definitely go over that in a live stream.
Yeah, we should do that.
And they're adding more and more.
Yeah, and they're adding more as they go
ZG is on there now.
Oh really?
Really?
Now Gilly is an exhibitor.
Oh, well, there you go.
Spotlight Lounge exhibitors.
We got to get our Damn I Smell Good merch.
Yeah,
he's on there. Meaty Parfums, they're on there. That brand is super cool. Another South Asian brand. Meaty
Parfum.
MITTI.
I'm glad you said that. Okay. Yeah. I heard meaty.
Meaty.
Yeah. Did you know that the people that made Mr. Meaty are making fragrances now?
that is
the
a
fragrances
terrifying
are as terrifying as the show. Can you imagine?
that show used to give me nightmares as a kid. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, there's already a bunch that I'm super excited about, but seeing those on there, that's super cool. I didn't know that he was exhibiting this year, so that's awesome.
Here,
I think as far as like scent related prediction, I think we're probably just going to see more elixir adjacent fragrances that will be high oil concentrations and riffing on that whole idea. Some more of the same that we've seen over the last couple of years. I think we'll see a continuation there. Maybe there'll be some new proprietary note or molecule that takes hold, like Akigala wood has. Maybe I don't know. I'm not excited for. Oh, really? I'm not really excited about new designer releases. I would be if there were like.
There is
ones like a new H24 version or something like that. I would be interested to try that because I think that's a good line. Yeah.
There is one that I think if there was one that could make me change my mind. Okay. And it's 1 Million Black from Rabanne. It's going to be the new Rabanne one. Yeah. Perfumed by
Quentin
Biche and Christophe Renaud.
Okay.
And it's top notes, tropical notes, middle, vanilla, Madagascar vanilla, bourbon vanilla,
oud.
Bottom notes, ebony wood. Okay. If it was oud, I'd be sold, but...
Austin's had bad experience with ebony woods for.
I know it's one that he is not a fan.
Wait. Which one was that the case for?
Seraphim Musk. You didn't like the ebony wood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then you made a comment that it seems like most of these ebony wood fragrances you don't like. I just remember.
Isn't there a ZG that has ebony wood and I must like it?
Blues?
I think
I
blues.
think it's blues or hip hop.
Yeah, I think it is
Hip-hop.
blues. Which is I was when you were originally talking about getting blues, I was like, it's got ebony wood, so I don't know. Maybe then when you
Blues
liked
does
it, I was
have
like,
it, yeah.
maybe you don't. It's not the ebony wood you don't like. It's something else you don't like.
It's the green notes.
Well, obviously the green.
The trigger notes, the violet leaf.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're correct though too. Like if Hermes came out with a brand new, I mean Valentino's coming out with a new men's.
I
and
wish they
women's
would have a
fragrance.
new line instead
It
of
is a
just
new
the
line.
Romo Born and Roma stuff.
So-
Okay.
It is new. It is new.
The designer houses that I would be like, well, I would still possibly buy, possibly be getting excited about Cartier,
Cartier and Hermes.
Hermes are pretty much the two houses. I will say
Mugler.
also Dior can
There's the new
sometimes
Sauvage.
can come out with stuff that's like, okay, this is actually pretty good, and I kind of like it. Do I like it enough to buy it?
But it's
Maybe.
behind a massive paywall, you know,
Yeah.
because it's their Homme Parfum or that sort of thing.
I do. If again, like the thing is, Mugler, I really like Phantasm, which was the
Me
first
too.
one in the new ones.
I do too.
But then, see you, Brian. The most recent one, the Angel one that was pistachio based, smelled better than the men's.
Stella.
Yeah, like I would have worn Stellar,
Yeah, I agree.
Angel
I agree.
Stellar over
the-
a men's Stellar.
Yeah, Angel Stellar smelled really good. And
Yeah.
Angel Stellar was not that good.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well,
all right,
you guys ready to wrap it up?
let's wrap it up.
Mm.
Thank you again for everybody showing up. Hey, hit the
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
hit the subscribe if you haven't.
Good to be
Yes.
back.
Good to have
Good to
you
talk
back.
to everyone.
Yeah, we'll be coming around next week.
Yeah.
Another episode. What we'll be talking about? I don't know. Maybe we'll go back to the sample boxes, the sampling and stuff. Austin's got quite a lot of samples. He's
I
got
do.
And I've
We have a
I've
lot of
got-
samples.
We've got
Yeah.
some here too that we could definitely
Yeah,
do. So
I've
it
got
might be a
couple
sample
here,
party.
as always. So
Bring your samples.
yes, bring your samples, people. We want to hear what you feel about the samples you're trying. Yes.
Excuse me.
I hope they don't feel like that. Hope they have a little more
Yeah,
energy. than that.
right.
Yeah, Blaine's got an entire sample box too.
Yeah,
Did
Yeah.
he get that safely? Okay, good.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
enough.
he did. He did. He got it. He's been smelling it. Maybe we
Cool.
can have him on talking about it.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Although there's, 6-hour time gap? 5 to Sean.
A little bit.
Hey, Ofen leaks on normally.
Yeah, right.
That's
Open shows
the
up for
6-hour time gap the other way.
Yeah, the other way. Yeah,
7 to Sean.
shows up, hangs out for a little bit, and goes to sleep.
And we appreciate that.
Yeah, we do. But
Yep.
thanks
Well,
again for everybody showing
Thanks
up.
for hanging out. Be well. Take care. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Do all those things. And if you do that, you'll maybe see us next week. Peace.